Hey, Buttercup. Hey, Duck Off. Hey, Shelly. Whatever. I mean, it's been less than a minute, Duck Off. I was late getting started. So we're only at 50 seconds. So. And yeah, Shelly, it sucks. I'm disappointed. Hey, Uncle Buck. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Bambi. Yeah, I can't get it to work. Because for some goddamn reason, whenever I try to record it in OBS, all I get is a blank screen or black screen. OBS just pulls up a black screen. I tried multiple different things to get it to work. Absolutely nothing worked. As a side, I also tried to. I also gave Final Fantasy VIII a try. Like I was like, I'll see if Final Fantasy VIII. I'll see if Final Fantasy VIII. Like just out of curiosity, I was just curious. I was like, I'll see if Final Fantasy VIII pulls up in OBS. As it turns out, Final Fantasy VIII doesn't even pull up on my fucking computer. I can't even open Final Fantasy VIII. But yeah, Final Fantasy. I tried other I tried some other game recordings programs as well. None of them have a fucking pause option. Like that just baffles me. Like, what? How do you not have a fucking pause option? Pause recording option. Yeah, I tried like probably like 6 other game recording programs. Fucking none of them had the option to pause a recording. And like, I need to be able to pause because, like, I don't want to have to show the same fight. People still here? Hello, Mike, if you're still here. Hello, anyone who's still here. Yeah, I had to reboot. For some reason, my computer just lost its internet connection completely. Just completely lost the internet connection. I had to reboot to get it reconnected to the internet. Just so much fun. Just fucking love that for me. So we'll see how many people come back in. Hey, Rebecca. Well, that's what I did. I rebooted my computer. Because the internet connection just completely stopped. It just completely computer just lost its internet connection. Hey, Canadian. My computer lost its internet connection. I had to reboot in order to get it to reconnect to the internet. It was annoying. Just get 15 times over and over again. I don't really remember exactly what I was saying. I think I was talking about the. Yeah, I think I was just saying that I wanted if I for my Final Fantasy Let's Play, I want to be able to pause because if I'm just traveling from one destination to another, I'm gonna have to do the same fight a bunch of different times. I'm gonna have to do the same fight repeatedly, and I don't really want to show the same fight over and over and over. Um, or if I'm just if I want to go back to an earlier location, I don't really want to show the full journey over there, just because it's boring. It's kind of boring to watch, boring to play, frankly. Um, Even more boring to watch that sort of thing. It's pause to inform us of things too. Yeah, sometimes I want to look something up. Um, hey, Softweed. Yeah, after the stream. I'll eat after the stream. Sometimes I need to look something up. So I need to pause so I can look up details on whatever I wanted to look up. Whatever I wanted to look up. Melania's documentary? No. From what I hear, nobody's going to be watching Melania's documentary. But yeah, I mean, it's just like being able to pause a recording is just, it's useful to be able to do. And OBS and Streamlabs, game recording software program, the only game recording programs that actually fucking have pause buttons. It wasn't. My internet was still working on my phone. It was just my computer lost its connection. Not sure why. Cheez-Its? Not really. Also, literally the only reason I was able to pass one of the mini games was because I was able to just like switch back over to OBS, and like it, yeah. Whenever I switched over to OBS, it sort of paused the Final Fantasy screen. There was one mini game I was only able to pass because of that. But yeah, it's just like I don't like just. It's genuinely fucking stupid to me that like, hey, can I pause this recording? No, fuck you. Where Melania's heels? I would guess probably not. But I also don't think I'd really want to wear her heels. No, do I? No idea why it doesn't work. It honestly, my best guess is that this new computer is just genuinely too good. I'd probably have to like. There's probably some setting that I have to fucking find and play around with in order to like. Yeah, but yeah, I honestly don't know. But it's so frustrating. I fucking did, Uncle Buck. I fucking Googled it. I spent 2 hours one night and another hour another night, another 2 hours another night. I spent a lot of time trying to fucking find it. Find like some solution. But none of the shit I was finding fucking worked. You know, like saw people like social to the fact that I can't record Final Fantasy VII on OBS on this computer. But yeah, it's like I looked up. It's like, here's what worked for me, and then I try that and does jack shit. Oh, I was able to get it working by doing this. I try that, does jack shit. Fucking nothing worked. It was not me just like. It wasn't I tried nothing and I'm all out of ideas. I tried shit. I looked shit up. Absolutely none of the solutions did a fucking thing to make a difference. Hello, pause. Yeah, it's just so goddamn frustrating. Try Googling it. Boy, did I ever. So yeah, at this point, unless somebody else can find a solution, I'm just fucking giving up. I tried. I googled, found nothing that nothing that works. So unless somebody else can find a solution, I've fucking given up. I can't. I cannot fucking keep trying. I cannot find anything. Sucks because I was enjoying doing it, but yeah, I have no choice but to give up. I did transfer the important stuff. I transferred the important stuff. Like the stuff that's important to me. I transferred a lot of the old hard drive onto this laptop. But in the case of Final Fantasy, I don't think it's anything to do with that because it's through Steam. It's through Steam that I was playing it. And the save file was save files on this saved on Steam. Everything like it's all on Steam, so it's so I can't think of anything on the hard drive that'd make a difference. No, it's like I said, it's like whenever I open OBS, it literally is just a black screen for Final Fantasy. Audio comes through. Like it's OBS still picks up the audio. It's just it cannot read the visuals of the game. Like I tried uninstalling and reinstalling OBS, that did nothing. It's like Kamisaki. That I feel I'd have to test it, but that I have a hunch is probably related to Netflix. That's probably because I was trying to record from Netflix, and I suspect that it does not. You know, like I said, I'd have to test it, but I'm guessing that Netflix just doesn't really like people recording from it. Hey, Catherine. And yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I tried. I did try a lot of stuff. I did try a bunch of things, and yeah, and yeah, for Netflix, it's DRM stuff. I suppose it's possible that doesn't make any sense because I was having. Yeah, so with Netflix, it's DRM stuff, so it just won't work. There are like apparently there. It seems like there are ways around it. It does seem like there are ways around that for Netflix. I just don't really see much point in it in bothering with it. If I do ever decide to use a VPN and unlock other countries' libraries. Yeah, if there is something on Netflix that I feel like, oh yeah, that'd be interesting to react to, then I'll just watch it a different way, so I can record it. Free VPN. I don't know if VPN would make a difference. Or like you mean for Netflix? Ah, not worth bothering. Don't care enough. I don't think it's a VPN. I don't think it's a VPN thing either. Like I don't think a VPN would actually allow me to record from Netflix. Um, like I said, there are some settings I can change. They're trying to get content. No, 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 no. It's just because I was just saying that like when trying to record content from Netflix, um, Netflix does not like that, so it just doesn't work. Hey, Rebecca, it does seem like there are some things you can do to get it so that you can record directly from Netflix, but I don't, like I said, I don't really see the point in bothering. If there's anything that if there's something I feel on Netflix that I feel like doing a reaction to, I can just watch it another way. If you ever need to get anything to stream and watch, track down Hellfest. Yeah, I'll not too worried about that. Entertaining with whimsical and witty banter. How's your day? Went to bed way too late and then slept in way too late. As usual. Also, rejected by another, got another job rejection. Hello, Rebecca. Pretty sure I did say hello to you already. Courtney's already a grappling singer. When she gets a screaming, I can't tell what she's saying. Screaming tends to be hard to understand in general, but I mean, you know, when she starts screaming, "You are my sunshine," easy enough to tell what she's saying. Deal with the guy on the fiddle. Yeah, not a lot of rock bands with fiddles. Not a lot of fiddles in rock music, and it's clearly a mistake not to have more. Beautiful love song. Jethro Tull had an amazing violinist in their last few albums. They also had that joke about a flute being a heavy metal instrument. After they beat out fucking Metallica for the very first hard rock heavy metal Grammy. Ian Anderson was your inspiration to play the flute. You sucked. That was legitimately stupid, though. Grammys introduce a hard rock heavy metal category. And they don't give it to fucking Metallica. Like, fucking come on, guys. What phone does everyone have? Galaxy A16, I think. Not like Metallica. I don't like Metallica anymore. When I was like, I very much grew up on Metallica, so I did love them a lot. Did used to love them when I was young. My taste started shifting in my teens. And it's bad battery life. Um, I don't know. I kind of. I guess. I guess it's not great. I guess battery life isn't great. I guess. Actually, yeah, I'll agree with that. The battery life isn't particular. The battery isn't particularly good. That said, you know, I tend to plug it in overnight. So, and it depends on what you're using it for. As long as the last usually, like, it depends on how you're using it. There's a there's a mobile game that I play that just drains the battery. But otherwise, just like, browsing the internet, even watching YouTube, not as bad. I did trim it, yeah. How was it, Megadeth? Can I go? I loved Megadeth as well. Metallica and Megadeth, I love both those bands. But again, my taste in music changed, and I just shifted away from both of them. That said, yeah, while I no longer enjoy Metallica, I will say, um, and Justice for All absolutely deserves best metal album for that year. Lean towards some sort of prog things. Yeah, well, my tastes generally lean towards folksier a little bit, or indie. My taste shift. My tastes are towards indie. I'm very much into indie shit. A lot of kind of folky shit, or shit with folk elements. You would like to go blue. Current phone has 2 GB RAM, 16 GB storage, runs an Android 8. I feel like any phone would probably be an upgrade. Probably. I will say one of the reasons I went with this phone. First of all, very cheap. It's like, well, it cost me like, I think like $250. I added it to the bill. I got it on contract, so you know, free, and then pay it off over 2 years. It was like $250 or something like that. I don't remember. So very, very cheap phone. But also, it does not have the Galaxy AI. It has fucking Gemini AI. Because every fucking phone has some sort of AI on it now. The 705 AC is my phone from Cricket. An Android like Samsung. Yours doesn't have AI? Because it's old enough. Basically, any modern phone has some sort of AI on there. Which is fucking bullshit. I don't fucking want AI. But yeah, I think all Android phones now, basically all Android phones now, have Gemini automatically installed. Samsung phones, most Samsung phones now also have, I believe it's like Galaxy AI or Samsung AI. What type of Android charger too? It's not to need separate chargers for phone and laptop. Yeah, Galaxy AI. So yeah, they basically all have Galaxy AIs now. What does the AI do? Who fucking cares? Nothing useful. Gotta move the laundry. It does nothing genuinely useful. Here's versions of the Moto G phones. I don't have experience with those. Your battery life is good though. Yeah, those I couldn't tell you much about. But yeah, my preference in phones has always leaned towards what's cheap. Because I am a cheap person and I don't really need my phone to do anything particularly fancy. Or look particularly fancy. Get whatever is free from Cricket, even though there's usually like a $50 charge for some shit reason. My phones feel last pretty long because they're not used often. Yeah. Also, by the way, Buttercup. I did record a. Oh, that actually wasn't what I was going to say. But yeah, Tylenol. I did actually record a Powerpuff Girls reaction. That'll go up February 12th. For paid members. Which I suppose I should send you another. So far away. Yeah, I record a bit in advance. I record in advance. I mean, that's not that long. That's 2 weeks. That's just 2 weeks, Buttercup. Use Madison's old iPhone because she's using Nina's newer iPhone, but I don't want a new number. One iPhone around when they first came out. Then I never got another one. And I just use the internet thing, just like Android cheaper phones. I remember when the iPhone first launched, and it was a shit phone. Might have been a really neat gadget, but it was fucking useless as a phone. Pay to play B. Wasn't that? It was just like it had no service. You would get no, like, people got no bars of service. It just did not work as a phone. There was no reception on it. Because this is back 2007, I think it was. Back then, cell phones, still had antennas on them. I probably could use it because not that many calls coming in. Fair, but I want the hassle to change my number for important things, businesses. Some random little apps where we're so amazed. Yeah, as an aside, living in Canada, we didn't get the iPhone for like 5 years after, until several years after. Like, we didn't get the iPhones up here for a few years later. Yeah. Back in 2007, cell phones still had external antennas. The iPhone was one of the very first cell phones with an internal antenna. The issue is like, yeah, the 3GS released in 2000. Yeah, so by that point they were getting a little bit better. They still were not great reception, but they were better. Because the original was, like I said, the original was utter shit. So many complaints. Because I was doing customer service for AT&T back then, or Singular, or it might have been Singular. No, I think it was still AT&T at that point. Pretty sure it was still AT&T, AT&T Wireless, or AT&T Mobility, or something like that. Whatever it was. Buddy mine shelling out for one and being pissed. Yep. Because I was working for AT&T Wireless. They were the ones who had the iPhone. That was they were the first. They were the first cell phone provider to have the iPhone. They were the exclusive iPhone. And there was a lot of hype for it. There was a lot of excitement for it. They had to train an entirely different team specifically to deal with iPhones because they were handled. Back then, they were handled very differently from normal cell phones. I'm writing it right before I was about to clock into work. I posted Facebook status at 1 GM on Facebook on my phone because some crazy thing, which it was then. So yeah, like I said, Nina and Obama loved their BlackBerry. BlackBerry was pretty cool, actually. I mean, kind of. Kids today totally don't understand. They don't. Yeah, so like it was handled differently from how other cell phones at the time were handled. I think because of the fact that it was an online thing, and like because like Apple proprietary shit. So there's an entire team that was specifically handling iPhones, like sales and setting up and shit like that. And luckily, I was not on that team. But even so, still got a lot of calls from people complaining about the fact that their iPhone had no reception. Cool little gadget. Worthless phone. Gonna get more water. I'll be back in a minute. And then iPhone 2 was much the same. iPhone 3 was when they did start to have half decent reception. Phones back then were kind of sketchy with reception. It varied. Some were worse than others, but no, most phones had generally pretty decent reception. Most phones were had decent reception at least. The iPhone was uniquely bad. And it did come down to the lack of an external antenna. Cellular technology just wasn't at the point to support internal antennas. Hi, Reese Lover. I must have sad my protein bar is gone. It is kind of wild. 20 years ago, just 20 years ago, smartphones were not a thing. We're sitting on a picnic table in Wisconsin with my arm extended to the southern sky, trying to pick up one bar. Depending on where you are, yeah. I mean, that's still a thing in some places. Yeah, I mean, it's like literally less than 20 years ago that smartphones first came out. Like I said, the iPhone was the first smartphone, and that was 19 years ago. That was 2007, I'm pretty sure. Same time, you're going back to shadier technology sometimes. Recent analog trend with younger people where they're trying to go back to CDs and stuff like that. Don't understand nostalgia. I will say I don't think it's just nostalgia. Hey, hey, Boop. It also comes down to actual fucking ownership. Comics should be arriving Monday. Nice. Hi, Pamela. If you buy a digital copy of a movie, you don't actually own that movie effectively. You only have access to it for as long as the site you bought it on continues to host it. You know, like Amazon Prime. You can buy digital movies on Amazon Prime, right? Is that a thing? Buying movies on Amazon Prime and then like you own those movies, you can watch them whenever you want and all that, or because like people I've seen are doing it for nostalgia, simple living type thing. Makes it more difficult rather than simplifying it sometimes. Yeah. I don't even mean rent. I mean like, buy today. And then you pay like, 20, $30 and say, hey, you now own this movie. But no, you don't. Because at any time, Amazon can just be like, yeah, we don't want this movie on our platform anymore. They can just remove it and you no longer have access to it. Even just like streaming services. Hey, I love this show. This is a great show. I love this show on Netflix. This Netflix show is great. It's like, I remember liking that show. Netflix. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pull up Netflix. Yeah, I'm gonna go my Netflix. I'm gonna go rewatch that show on that Netflix show. Oh, and it's gone. It's gone forever. Like I have physical copies, but I also remember staying awake until 4 a.m. fighting with my computer to download music for a CD for a field trip. I even limited music with no effort. Yeah. If you ever Prime, you lose it. Again, I'm not even talking about getting rid of Prime. I'm just talking about like Prime actually getting rid of the movie. Because you don't actually own the movie. You paid $20 for it, and then Prime decides that they don't want to keep hosting it. So that $20, well, that's down the shitter. The physical media, you actually fucking own the thing. You're not at anyone else's whims. Fell asleep, Rebecca. All right. So yeah, I think it's a nostalgia for a time when people own shit. All seasons of the original Powerpuff Girls on DVD, in case anyone was wondering. Not surprised. Not surprised. But yeah, I think it is peel me some grapes, dance monkey dance. I think it is just a nostalgia for a time when people actually own shit. I think that's the simpler time that they are sort of missing. A time before and shitification. I have a shit ton of DVDs. I don't have a lot of DVDs. A few, but not many. Just escaped. Ooh. When I had to record an episode of PPGs on VHS. Yeah, it's. I'm glad you got away, Rebecca. Yeah, that's rough. I'm glad you got away at least. Hope things start looking up for you now. Concussions and bruised. Oof. Yeah, that sounds awful. Won't say what I would like to do to that person because I don't want trouble with YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say if you need people to throw hands, I'm sure you've got a lot of volunteers here. Sure, you'd be able to find some volunteers to throw hands if needed. Or provide an alibi. You have to travel away. Do your thing, show. Well, in more positive news, episode 2 of Pretty Please I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl goes up on Saturday. There's a release date Saturday. Pretty Please I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl, episode 2. Animatic. I will react to it, yes, Uncle Buck. I figure I'll react to both episodes. I'll do separate videos for each, but like I'll record reaction episode 1 and then reaction episode 2 the same day, and they'll just go up one day after each other. Good night, Catherine. I'm curious I will be excited to see what section she decides to put in color this time. Because for episode 1, it was all black and episode 1 was black and white. Um, except for Miss Comic Book. I also miss Comic Book. Yeah, it's black and white, except for a very short section that was in color where she fights the villain. Fights the villain. But Comic Book? Yeah, she used to be a regular. Comic Book used to be like one of the main regulars around here, but she hasn't been around for a long time. Can't remember the last time she was here. I feel like it was very shortly after I started my posting my YouTube. It's on YouTube. Yeah, for the for Comic Book, I had started posting my the last time she came by. I had started posting my Final Fantasy VII Let's Play. I do know it was after I started posting it. I started posting it back in November. Yeah, all right. So I guess she did stop by a couple months back. Not too long after. Yeah, I think she did. I'm pretty sure she has stopped in once, briefly, since I started posting Final Fantasy VII. I started posting that back in November. I did get one comment from her. Like I did get a comment from her on like my first FF7 episode. So I think she did stop off at some point in November. Hey, Don. Though even then, I don't think for very long. went to a cool place. I liked hearing about them. You know, she was nice, yeah. Yeah. I do miss her. I also hope she's doing well. Cup of tea and black and white cookies for you guys. Anywho. Cup of tea and 5 boxes of Cheez-Its. It's a lot of Cheez-Its. Hey, Audrey. Order out. I thought to myself, what would Jimmy do? So you're making some. So you're making yourself some rice. But I got 5 boxes of Cheez-Its and 4 bags of chips, pretzels, and 3 cases of chocolate pudding, in addition to her other groceries. She was like, I might be able to make this last 2 weeks. Wow. I hope she can make that last 2 weeks. Think you're an atheist? Hurrah! Though, I will admit, 4 bags of chips lasts me a week. I ate half a bag of chips a night. While watching My Little Pony. And that's why I'm not losing any weight. So yeah, basically, what I eat every day, muffin when I get out of bed, my rice dinner, which I follow up with a little bit of cheese, and then later, half a bag of chips while I eat or while I watch a show before bed. We can party it up. Popcorn. Only if I watch a movie. Popcorn is only for movies. Bacon cheeseburger burrito. Is that for? Is that would you? Do you think that would be considered proof for or against the existence of a loving God? Usually eat almost a full bag of Doritos. It's awful. Try not to buy them too often, but they're so good. Never tried Zapp's chips. No. Flavor chips do you get? Salt and vinegar. I love me some salt and vinegar. Here are the chips I get. On a side note, they recently changed the color. I think these used to be blue. I think they used to use blue for the font. No name brand yet. Like a few weeks back, I think they changed the coloring. I was there as like, yeah. I was coming up on the, I was coming up on the chip aisle. Turning down the chip aisle and looking, it's like I didn't see the color. You have to make a bit here with it, destroying your mouth. Yeah, I usually I recognize the color of the font, so I was looking. I was like, oh man, I don't see the. I don't see the salt and vinegar. Shit. And so I took a closer look and was like, oh, they changed the color. Feel the tang and saliva buildup. Yeah, I mean, it's not like these ones are particularly strong. Part of the reason I do kind of like these ones is because they're not. Well, I guess they're kind of strong enough flavoring. Dip salt and vinegar chips and mustard. Weird. Then when I tried it for fun, it was way too tangy. Yeah, I can see that. Hey, Noah. I do kind of miss putting salt and vinegar on fries. Salt, vinegar, and ketchup. That was always like sort of the best. The best for fries was like salt, vinegar, and ketchup. Or vinegar, salt, and ketchup. Maybe vinegar, ketchup, and salt? That might be the best order of operations. Pickle flavored chips are too tangy for me, but I love pickles. Still weird to me that most of the US does not have ketchup chips. It's weird to me that ketchup is like that's a Canadian chip flavor. Ketchup chips are Canadian. So like there's some like border cities, border states that might ketchup chips, but most of the US no ketchup chips. I don't like ketchup chips myself, but it's weird to me that like the US doesn't have them. You fuckers have everything. Yeah, ketchup chips, you gotta know where to get them. Menards. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, Chicago is like, or Michigan. You know, Michigan's a border state. So, yeah, it makes sense for Michigan to have them. Yeah, some specialty shops have them, but also all dressed. Got a satanic Bible today, but it was just a book. Yeah. Menards is kind of like Home Depot, but they're mostly in the upper Midwest, Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan. Threw it away. Fair. Ketchup seems like such an introductory sauce. Used for babies, and then once you're stringing up your related barbecue sauce, ketchup's cooler older brother. Yeah, all dressed chips are another thing that the U.S. outside specialty shops that most of the U.S. doesn't really get. All dressed chips, for the record, are a combination of ketchup, barbecue, sour cream and onion, and salt and vinegar. She said should see tuned in for a few minutes until I was telling you about her crackers. Her Cheez-Its. Did she see that I gently reminded everyone they were on sale? If days on sale. I mean, I can't falter if days on sale. Wanting banana ketchup for a couple of years, and I was in the clearance section of the store the other day. Turns out it tastes just like barbecue sauce. It do be like that. Why is life so hard? I don't know. Hey, Louise. Trying to lose 50 pounds. Yeah, it's not easy. Let's try HP sauce and Marmite, but I don't want to pay the cost of it. Fair. That was so damn hard. Aw. I don't like it. It's throwing money away, and I don't want to do that. That is fair. That's I'm not gonna lie. That's sort of a thing for me too. Hot honey sauce to have at McDonald's? No. I still don't eat from McDonald's. Last time you make mulch. Been a long time. Alberta idiots trying to commit treason. Yeah, it's not a popular position. Separation is not a popular position. It's not going to pass. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I had McDonald's, but it's been a couple of years. Been a good long time. Missed a whole era. Last time I was really active here, you were still McDonald's. No, like I said, it's been at least 2 years. It's been over 2 years. It has been a long time. Every once in a while, I kind of miss it. But then I just think of the shits it always gave me. Do not miss those shits. I should do that for Coke Zero. I want to break that habit. Oh, good night, Audrey. And yeah, I don't drink any Coke product either. The only soda I drink is the Pop Shop brand. Which feels surprising. It probably isn't. It probably still isn't healthy, but it's probably a lot less shitty for me than some mainstream sodas are. Seem really sleepy? Always. I'm always tired. It's my default state of being. I can bet you're half pepper, half bell pepper. Jen's brand of soda. Flavors are crazy. Nuka-Cola grape. Cute. Green apple. Berry lemonade. Cream soda. Nuka-Cola Quantum. Mixed berry and kiwi prebiotic. Feed bell peppers to my pets, and whenever I'm chopping them, I'm like, put a little aside. Thanks, Boop. Taste test Pepsi drinks for a living. Most taste like crap. Orange and cream. Pineapple ginger. Strawberry passion fruit. That actually seems like a pretty good combination. Watermelon cucumber. Sure. Berry lemonade, blue bubble gum. Carbonated cherry. I know, carbonated candy. Cherry. Or yeah, cherry. Oh, it's carbonated candy. Okay. Thanksgiving flavors like turkey and sweet potato and gravy and bacon. I hope it was to say how sweet you are. Yeah, attack my house, got live at the same time, and she tried to get him to wait a half hour or something. It was like, Uncle Buck can wait. No, she can't. Uncle Buck cannot wait. How dare she? How dare she tell Uncle Buck to wait? Anyway, I'm going to get going. That's me done for tonight. Indeed, Buttercup. As you're going to leave, yeah. Yeah, you'll have to wait until tomorrow. So thanks for watching. And good night.